Hello, and welcome to the first episode of 2022. It's ShElite Showcase. I am your hostess with the mostest, of course, the shaman of ShElite, Katie Kinsey Baby.
Baby.
There we go.
Ollie, Katie Kinsey, baby.
Ollie, I have many nicknames. I'm also kind of Pornhub Poppy, to be determined at the end of the year.
Ooh.
It's a thing. I'll talk about it at the end. But I'm very excited about that. But as you can see and hear, join with me after her Disney vacation and
I'm gonna say another hiatus.
Hellacious plane rides and another hiatus.
Oh my god.
She is the Young Bucks Nation sensation, the fire-breathing, Rhodes family eating, which I did a little bit in your honor last week, the spice of life, the sassy senorita that I know, the lovely YG Garcia. Savannah, how you doing?
I'm doing great, especially after you had mentioned that hell I have gone through for the last 48 hours at airports. I was stranded in Orlando for a day, and then I got stranded in Atlanta for a day. I had never been so desperate to go home. One of my friends actually, bless her heart, sent me the freaking link to the YouTube video of the SpongeBob song that Sandy sang when she's like, "Wish I was back in Texas."
Oh, I wanna go home.
Yeah, actually, this must be you right now. I'm like, dude, not even joking. I wish I was back in Texas.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was like, that honestly made my day. It honestly helped me like a lot. I was like, that is fucking hilarious.
I mean, good. You're good. Now, I'm trying to keep it like, a little upbeat for now because we have so much to fucking talk about. Bitch. Dude, it has been a week of...
I leave for a week and holy shit hits the fan.
Bro.
Shit hits the fan.
Alright, so...
Let's just get into it.
We're just gonna get into it.
Let's just do it.
The Big Swole Tony Khan drama.
Oh,
we gotta start.
Oh my god, yes.
It's literally the biggest thing that has happened.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna preface it before I start saying anything. Obviously, I am not black. I do not have personal experience with any of this. This is everything I have seen. I was like, Savannah, what are you doing?
I'm typing in the chat.
I was very confused, sorry. Obviously, I am not black. I am not personally affected by this. If you want to hear the perspective of people who were personally affected and are very better at explaining everything, check out the latest episode of Young Kings Wrestling Podcast, because TC and Reek did a phenomenal job talking about their feelings and everything that happened. Like, I'm probably, like, they're gonna put me to shame. I'm gonna try my best to explain everything, but they did fantastic. Like, audio's already up. The video should be up by the time we do this, hopefully. But let's just dive into this. So, as you guys know, Big Swole, lovely lady. She was, her contract and everything expired, God, like 2 months ago at this point.
Yeah, it's been months, to say the least. I don't know how many, but...
I don't remember exactly when her contract expired. Off to a great start. I don't know everything already. But she recently put out a podcast, talking about how there's a lack of a women's division in AEW, which we've been new, and how she kind of wanted to, like, get reps in with everyone, and she told a great story about Abaddon. And Swole is just a lovely human being. And then, I have screenshots now. I'm changing my game for this year. I'm coming prepared.
That's right.
So, this is via divadirt.com, so thank you to them for doing all this. It says, other than the lack of structure, Swole discussed the lack of diversity in AEW and how a conversation with her daughter helped her realize even more the lack of representation. Now, here is the quote from Swole. Outside of lack of structure, their biggest issue is diversity. I do not beat around the bush when it comes to diversity and my people. Excuse me. There is no representation truly, and when there is, it does not come across in the black community as genuine. At all, I don't know why everybody is so afraid to accept it or say it, but it's not a good look. What happens is you have this wonderful company that treats people like family, but there is nobody that looks like me that is represented at the top and in the room with them. Whew, sorry, breathing is still kind of hard.
No, I totally get you. That's what COVID does to you.
Fucking terrible. They are not helping to necessarily influence decisions, but to explain why certain slang and certain words shouldn't be said. There is no one else who can explain our culture and experience except for us. And then she went on to tell a story about how her daughter, which she's a daughter and is married, she's a daughter with Cedric Alexander from WWE, and obviously they're married. She talks about how her daughter would watch WWE for Cedric and, be happy that daddy's on TV. And then, when the Hurt Business kind of broke up, he wasn't on TV a lot, so she wasn't really watching, so she turned to AEW, and she didn't see anybody that looked like her, or didn't look like mommy, didn't look like daddy. So, I get it. Bro, there was no diversity, at all.
Yeah, and if a child sees that, then it's like it's gotta be real. Like, children don't lie. They're brutally honest. They will be the most upfront with you because they don't know how to lie. They don't know how to sugarcoat things
Also
just yet.
I'm pretty sure their daughter's I could be getting her age wrong. I think she's only 5. So she's young.
Yeah, I was gonna say young children are not liars. They don't know how to lie. They will be honest with you, even if it's brutal honesty. They will still be honest with you. So if this young child is seeing something like that, then it's gotta be real. It's the truth.
Yeah, but then this is where things get interesting.
I know.
So Fightful tweets the articles. This is the direct tweet from Fightful leading to the article. Big Swole explains how lack of diversity and structure led to her leaving AEW. Right? Then, Tony Khan. Tony Khan, AEW president, everything. Tony Khan tweets.
The head honcho.
Direct tweet. The top 2 at AEW execs are Brown, me, and Mega, who is the head of the legal department. Thank you, TC, for looking that up for me. Jade, Bowens, Caster, Dante, Nyla, Isaiah, and Mark Quinn all won on TV this month. He tweeted this New Year's Eve?
It was New Year's Eve because I remember we were sitting in by the castle Main Street because we had to save seats like that ahead of time for New Year's Eve. So I was just sitting there and I had nothing to do. We were done with rides and stuff, and I was just let me just I kind of dove into the drama a bit on Twitter.
Yeah. And then there's more to this. The
TBS
title tournament has been very diverse. I let Swole's contract expire as I felt her wrestling wasn't good enough. Hashtag AEW Rampage Street Fight tonight, all caps. Now listen here, Tony fucking Khan. You cannot say at one time that Swole is a fantastic wrestler. When she first was out for a while when she released that she has Crohn's disease. And she was off TV for a while, and Tony said, she's a great wrestler, and was praising her.
I love her, respect her,
and now, because she calls you out on your bullshit, because it gives me a headache. Because now people are attacking Swole.
I know people are saying she sucks and stuff. I'm like, first of all, it doesn't matter if she sucks. Let's say she is a bad wrestler, which she is not, by the way. Exactly. But say hypothetically speaking, let's say she is one of the worst wrestlers out there. You still the way people were attacking her is completely uncalled for, no matter how much skill you have. The things they were telling her and stuff was completely unnecessary. And of course, people are kissing Tony Khan's ass for some reason. And I know, people saw that, Britt Baker retweeted Tony's tweet.
Yeah, so now it's become this thing where, Tony Khan basically tweeted out in the universe where this could have been settled over a DM or phone call, anything. No. he decided, I'm gonna put it out there. Whatever. Big fucking mistake. Because now we have racist ass people in Swole's messages constantly. Yeah. People bringing up her daughter by name, which you never fucking do, to anybody.
No matter what.
Like, bro, are we kidding?
Yeah, and I said this on my story. It was a close friend story, but still, like, I was like, it takes freaking balls to say someone like Big Swole isn't good just because she called you out when you still have trash-ass Brandy still wrestling on Dark. Like, Brandy is fucking trash, and you still have her wrestling, and she still has a wrestling contract. Like, she could still be chief brand officer and work backstage. I don't fucking care. But if you're still having her wrestle and you have the audacity to say that you let someone go from their contract because they weren't good enough, like, that's bullshit. Like, you know, fire Brandy's ass. Like, release her from her contract because she was nowhere near Big Swole's level of wrestling.
And the thing is, Swole, who, like, constantly is, like, tweeting kind of updates about everything each day, and she brought up the thing that she was like, she never called Tony racist. And people are like, oh my god, she called Tony racist. No, she did not. She did not. She brought up the fact that there is a lack of diversity, which is fucking true. I mean, setting aside the Latinos, the Asian Americans, everyone else, look at the black community. Where is the representation?
People of color are not represented. Because people are like, oh my god, Nyla Rose is like, you know, she's... you know, a transgender woman. They're like, oh, you know, like, Ty Conti's, like, Latina. Like, and I'm like, yes, and that's great. But it's like,
it's different. Like, if you look at the black community, which I'm wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, obviously, because they fucking do. What else is new? This was a thank you gift, so thank you, Matt. But, like, no. There's a difference between, like, where is the representation for black people? Not people of color. No, black people. Where is the representation? You have Scorpio Sky, which people bring up constantly. When this started blowing up, people were just like, well, Scorpio Sky was the first AEW tag team champion. That doesn't matter.
Now he's in Ethan Page's shadow. Like, look where he is now.
On TV. Like,
I don't know. I guess he was. Now, where is he at? Like, I guess is there an expiration? Like, okay, he got his moment and then, all right, no more? Or, like, make it make sense.
I just wish, it's 2022. Why are people so racist? Couldn't be me. Couldn't
Idiots.
Be me. So that's one thing. How and why are you still racist in 2022? And then, everyone just shut the fuck up. Let Big Swole leave her alone. She said her piece. Never trashed the company. She said what she saw. She saw a lack of structure for the women. True. She saw a lack of diversity for black people. True. And then Tony Khan sends up the flare and all hell breaks loose.
That's the thing about Tony Khan, though. Like, he's probably a cool dude in real life. I mean, you know, I love AEW, and so I'm glad that he's behind the reason, like, you know, one of my favorite companies. But I hate that he always has something to say. Like, this dude cannot take criticism. He can't. Even if it's constructive, like the way Big Swole's was. She was not trying to, like, make him look like shit. She wasn't trying to trash AEW. She wasn't looking for attention. She was just speaking her honest opinion. If she was still signed, she probably would have said the same thing also. Maybe there was an obligation to not say anything because she was under contract, so maybe she felt like she couldn't, but now that she isn't, you know, she felt more like free to do so. And obviously it came back to bite her, which is such a damn shame. But it's like Tony needs to, like, calm the fuck down. Like, I think this dude needs to, like, just get off Twitter for a bit, because he always has something to say. Like, Fox talks about, you know, AEW because of, like, the Jacksonville Jaguars or something like that, and then he has to go on and talk about, like, oh, the demo ratings and stuff. I'm like, who fucking cares?
Tony Khan, literally, all people who are in charge of wrestling companies, stay off Twitter. Just stop. Nobody wants to see you tweet. Nobody cares anymore. You're ruining your own reputation and ruining your company. That's on you. When all of these people are just like, yo, fuck AEW, fuck this. We're done. That's on you, Tony Khan. That's 100% on you.
Yeah, because again, like at at what point do you just like be the bigger person? You're the freaking chairman. You're
He's
the head honcho.
He's never gonna be. That's the problem.
But like he has to be. He's, you know, you don't see Vince McMahon bitching on Twitter, and people give WWE a lot of shit all the time, and you don't see him complaining and bitching and moaning on Twitter. No one. He doesn't do that shit.
Vince uses Twitter for? To wish people happy birthdays, and he barely does it for his own son. That's what Vince McMahon uses Twitter for, and occasionally something about the company.
I hate to compare. And first of all, I don't mean to get political, but I hate to compare him to Trump. But that's kind of the same thing. Like, if he has a problem with someone,
who are you comparing to Trump?
Tony Khan.
Atta girl. Yes, thank you.
I was gonna say, if someone has something to say, he's gonna come back and tweet about it, and like, and I mean, he's not gonna see.
Fits, bitch. Like, if it fits.
He obviously, I don't think the tweet is deleted. I feel like people would have said, "Oh, he deleted the tweet," or he hasn't.
A screenshot on Monday, so I don't think it's deleted.
He hasn't deleted the tweet. He hasn't issued like an apology, like a public apology.
He hasn't apologized to Big Swole. That's all I care about. If you apologize to Big Swole,
fine. Like, whatever. Okay, as long as the two parties like
ignorant ass one more time.
Like, as long as the two parties are at peace with each other, fine. But it's like, he will never see that he's in the wrong. He's always gonna think that he's being attacked. I'm like, dude, this is like middle school like drama from like middle school girls. Like, this is like middle school bitch drama. Like, and you're acting like that. This is not the way to act when you're the head of a company. Like, who's gonna want
like a bitch and talk like a bitch? It's a bitch, and Tony Khan's being a little bitch.
Who's gonna want to sponsor or do shit or partner with a company that has someone like who is run by someone who can't even take the smallest amount of criticism? Like, he has to like get like he like, you know, again, Big Swole just expressed her opinion, you know, her true feelings,
and he goes, she's witnessed, and it's all true.
It's her opinion, and it's and it's just how she feels. It's her opinion and how she feels, and it's genuine like concern, and like, you know, it's not to shit on him, and he has to go nuclear and cut throat and say, "Oh, she wasn't good enough." Like, why? Like, you know who does shit like that? Well, she's 18 now, but my 18-year-old sister, she does that shit. So Tony Khan's doing the same shit as my 18-year-old sister, and that is not okay from a grown-ass adult man who runs a company.
Yeah, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, and then we're moving on, because, again,
That honestly had me pressed. I was like, wow.
I saved it all mainly for this. I tweeted, like, two things while drunk. I said TK's a fucking clown, which is still true. And then diversity and inclusion is needed in everything. Also true. So, last thing I'm going to say on it, and then we're moving on. Because, again, Young Kings did a way better job of it than we have. And they got it. They got shit down.
They took care of it.
Oh, they did. It might be their best episode to date. On God. Last thing I'm gonna say about it. Fuck Tony Khan. And Big Swole is a goddamn legend and a gem, and I wish her nothing but the best.
Yeah. We love you, Big Swole.
Shout out to Big Swole. Alright. Anyways. Day 1-ish happened on Saturday.
I was gonna say ish also.
Down Soons. Day 1-ish. Great theme song. That actually ties into something later, so keep that in the noggin there. It was announced on Twitter, day 1.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns was tested positive for COVID, which means, which Matt's not gonna like this, the fatal 4-way for the WWE Championship turned into a fatal 5-way for the WWE Championship. So the match was champ at the time, Big E, shout out, the Almighty, Bobby Lashley, Seth frickin' Rollins, which people are pissed that they put frickin' in his name thing, but that he's been calling him that since 2016, whatever, Kevin Owens, and Ponytail Brock. Now, I'll get to that in a second. Drew McIntyre might be injured. Something with his neck. He was attacked backstage after his match with Madcap Moss at day 1-ish. And then WWE released a statement about it. So I don't actually know To be
I
determined.
hope he's alright, though.
I hope he's okay. Because, I don't like seeing anybody injured, which, that's something else we'll talk about later. Because, my god.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Yeah, I already know. Like, I know. But yeah, like, I just hope he's alright, because not only do I love Drew McIntyre, but, like, especially if it's a neck injury, that's, like, probably one of the injuries you do not want to see.
Yeah,
like,
neck stuff, we don't fuck with that.
Yeah, no.
So Brock ends up winning the title in an 8-minute match of just... It was a shit show.
Yeah, I know. I'm like...
And now, we're gonna get, Bobby and Brock at Rumble, one-on-one, which
it should be good. It depends on how they...
It's gonna be good. Because this is what Bobby has been wanting. Because remember, this is what we wanted when Bill came back.
Yes.
We wanted Brock, but Bill decided to show up.
No, and I know, but again, it should be good, and I know I want to, like, be optimistic like you, and, like, it's gonna be good, but, like, you know, there's so many matches where we think it's gonna be good, and then it doesn't turn out to be good.
I'm gonna keep my hopes up, just because.
Alright.
But anyway, back to this. It was rumored, based off a video that was going around, that Sasha was hurt at a live event.
Her foot. That video was brutal.
It was a very
like, I don't like Sasha, but shit, like, I felt bad. I was like, shit.
Yeah, because there was a move done, and Charlotte kind of landed on her on Sasha's ankle, and I thought I saw a video of the X getting thrown up, which means, like, no good. But Sasha did tweet, like, a day later that she was okay, she was all good. So she isn't injured, and if she is, it's minor. But she said she's all good, so that's all that matters. Yeah. After day one, Becky posted a picture with her and Migos and said something about, like, Becky Lynch strip. And Ric Flair got all pressed about it because he can't keep her name out of his mouth. He put out this tweet, which I don't have a screenshot of it because anything Ric Flair does is a fucking catastrophe now.
I know.
Basically just getting mad because there's, like, the Ric Flair drip song, which I'm pretty sure is by Migos, and Becky putting that up, he just, like, popped off, which, bro, you're how old? Leave it alone. The company doesn't want anything to do with you anymore.
I'd say focus on just living, bro. Like, just, like,
focus on literally staying alive.
Yeah, like, forget the Ric Flair drip or whatever the fuck that song. Your new song is gonna be staying alive, because that's what you gotta do, pal, at this point in your life.
Fuck, that's funny. New Year's Evil happened on Tuesday.
So much happened. So much happened this week in wrestling.
Dude, I know. We're literally only on, like, Tuesday.
I know.
Baby Steiner, the big bad booty breaker, is the new NXT champion. I knew it. And I'm so excited. And then after his dad, Rick, who was in the crowd, came in and celebrated with him, and it was so sweet. And people were like, why isn't this on TV? Fuck off, guys. just shut up. Enjoy it. It's on Twitter. Relax. You have the video.
You got to see it, okay? You wouldn't have known that it was even there.
You got to see it. Like, relax. But that happened. And then, this was yesterday. There were some... So basically, let me preface this. Braun Breaker winning and Carmelo Hayes, the new North American / Cruiserweight champion. My man's Carmelo. Shout out. So basically, with Roddy losing and Ciampa losing, it was basically the quote-unquote death of the black and gold brand of NXT. Rest in peace. And then, to basically cement that, WWE released people who were mainly backstage and then some on-screen talent from NXT. The first one I saw... No, I have to do it in the order I saw it, baby.
I'm like, just get it over with.
The first was Road Dogg, which he was a producer backstage. Scott Armstrong, our favorite general manager, who isn't
I'm not gonna cry.
War games anymore.
I'm not gonna cry. I dead ass wanted to cry when I saw that. I was like, I'm trying not to cry now.
Shook. I said, you're actually joking. That's why he didn't say War Games. Pissed.
I'm trying not to cry, but, like, I freaking love he best GM like of the current WWE era. Like,
Hands down.
no offense to Paige or Kurt Angle or Mick Foley or Daniel Bryan. Like,
No,
you know,
huge
nothing
offense to
against
them. They ain't got nothing. William Regal's the goddamn GOAT.
Who's gonna scream War Games now,
Nobody.
Katie?
I've seen so many tweets where like, that's it. They can't have any more War Games matches.
No, War Games is dead with Regal. War Games has to go now because there's.
But like that's not the end. There was more.
I know, but that one hit
Danny
so hard.
Danny Burch was released. Timothy Thatcher was released. Suzuki, I forget his first name and I don't want to mispronounce it. He was like the trainer, quote unquote, of Diamond Mine, was released. And then today, for the second time in a year span, they released Samoa Joe.
Man deserves better, bro. Man deserves better.
And like he was backstage doing like he was a scout basically when they had the tryout from basically the shit ton of people who got released from ROH and they were all at the tryout. He was there doing it. I don't understand. Smojos are so much better. Whoever ends up signing William Regal in whatever role, they got it. Samoa Joe, if he can still go, they're set in stone. And I don't want to say AEW because they need to sign more women. Now they're right.
Yeah. That William Regal like hit so hard. I was like, this can't be true. I'm like, someone's lying. Someone is lying, and I was like, oh, like it kind of made sense because again, like he didn't say War Games this year or this past year.
Yeah, that's when everyone was kind of like, oh no.
That one personally hurt my feelings. Like, I insert and I took that personally meme. I freaking love William Regal. He was the best general manager.
Bro, everybody loved William Regal.
Like, who fucking did it? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they released Shawn Michaels from his management role.
I keep seeing tweets, everyone's just like, alright, so where's Hunter? He's next. I'm like, y'all need to relax. Jesus
At this
point, I don't know. Ain't nobody safe. But, yeah, Mojo got fired, rehired, title put on him, title vacated, and fired again all within a 1 year. Poor bastard. It's true.
Poor bastard indeed.
But, I briefly brought up AEW. Let's talk about AEW. Jade Cargill becomes the first ever TBS champion. She was everyone's pick.
She was my pick before they even announced the brackets. I'm like, she's gonna it's gonna happen, bro. Like, I mean, it's gonna be Jade.
As soon as they started, they didn't release the brackets, but they did that promo video for it, and she was in it. I was like, oh, she's gotta win. Are we kidding? She's undefeated. Yeah, she's basically
that bitch.
She's basically Goldberg,
but better.
I mean, that TBS title match was a little rough, especially that ending.
It was, but still, I
don't remember who I was talking to about this, but or I heard it. I don't know. Nothing makes sense. But Goldberg is good at very short matches, and then whatever. And he's not super good at longer matches. Jade's kind of the same way. She's good with a squash match, and then the longer matches, to be fair, she's in her first year of wrestling. She's still new. But the fact that people are just like, she only won because Tony Khan did this. No.
I don't know. It wasn't happening it was going to happen before then.
Exactly. That statement is 100% false, and if you believe that, you're racist. Whatever. But, no. We knew.
I don't want to sound mean. Again, I have nothing against Ruby Soho, but I don't think she would be in the finals with Jade Cargill if Jade was not supposed to win. If it was true that she only won because of that, I don't think Ruby would have been in the finals. No, I think it would have been
Jade was going to win from the jump, hands down. Yeah. And I've said that.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
And I have said that numerous times. It is recorded. Check the tapes.
I predicted it was going to be Jade too. If not by some some sort of twist, I thought maybe Statlander, but my first pick was definitely Jade.
It was going to be 100% Jade. But speaking of new champions, Jurassic Express, I know, I'll talk about it in a second. Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and the dinosaur, Luchador himself.
Everyone's favorite dinosaur.
He got nothing on board.
I visited his home. in Walt Disney World and Animal Kingdom, we went to Dino Land, and I was searching all over for him. I was like, where's my guy at?
Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are the new AEW Tag Team Champions. But, my god, there was a table spot towards the very end of the match.
That made my stomach turn so badly out.
It still makes me... Oh god. So basically,
yeah, I'm like...
to explain it so people don't have to see it, unless you want to see it, go for it. It's all over Twitter. Basically, he chokeslams Rey Fenix through Luchasaurus. I'm sorry. Chokeslams Rey Fenix through a table, and I knew as soon as he landed something was wrong. I didn't even need the replays. No. I could tell. So he lands, and I don't know how to explain this.
His arm, basically, think of his arm going like that, but landing.
You need to
like
watch
that.
the video for this portion at least.
Go watch the video. Just go find that one part. His arm.
Pause it on Apple or whatever you're listening to. Go see the video, and yeah, basically his
arm landed like that, basically.
Yeah, like
flat on its. Like think about like this.
Was like
landing.
Like that.
Like that. That sounds like a horrible like jumping balloon injury. Like those jumping balloons with the slide. Like that sounds like that kind of injury. It was ugly.
The way I described it was like it was like Sid's leg injury. Have you seen that? It's basically what it looked like though, right? Like quick.
My tummy feels weird now. Like it just thinking about it, like, oh my god, that was.
But he immediately was calling someone over to get it checked, and he tweeted today he didn't break it. It's not broken. How is it not broken?
I don't know, but like I know people like. Here's the thing though, nothing against Jurassic Express. I'm super happy for them. This is definitely overdue for them to, win the titles because I think they're a hell of a tag team. But I know there was like speculation that they only won because of Phoenix's injury, that it probably was a last minute change. But also at the same time, if that is the case, I can kind of see it. But also, I just wish they did more with the Lucha Bros title reign. I feel like it wasn't really as, as, I don't know, I don't want to call it, like, it wasn't as good as I guess people were really expecting, because they won them at All Out, and that match was fucking phenomenal. It's one of the best matches, like, of the year, and probably of all time also. It was a really good match.
You said, probably of all time.
Yeah, probably of all time. But it was a really good match, with the Bucks. They beat them, and then all of a sudden, they just lose them. They really didn't have.
I mean, they had a few title defenses against FTR, and a lot of people do think they called an audible that night because Fenix got injured. I don't know. I have a feeling Jurassic Express was gonna go over.
I regardless, like, I just, again, if that is the case, I'm just like, okay, fair enough. But I do wish that, like, again, they would have done more with their reign. But again, if it is because of the injury, then fair enough. Like, I can definitely understand, like, where that's coming from.
Yeah.
But that's still nothing to take away from Jurassic Express. It's not like they don't deserve it. It's not like they're like a shitty tag team. They're fucking phenomenal.
I mean, yeah,
both
people
members
thought they were
are
gonna win a while
talented.
ago, and then all the tag teams at the end like came out, and then they like Santana and Ortiz, Proud and Powerful, whatever you want to call them, they were up in the stands, and then they showed Malachi, which I'm like, oh, Brody King's coming.
I know, like,
which let's talk about that for a second before I continue with these news and rumors. Just a few more. Why did we just turn off the lights, have this man teleport, and not have someone have his bag? And then the lights go out again during the main event, which that's another thing that pisses me off. Why would you not have the crowning of a first time ever champion be your main event on your new AEW doesn't make sense, bro.
No, they totally booked their women's division perfectly. Remember, Tony said so himself.
My apologies. Their women's division's perfect. Fuck off.
Tony said so, because it must be right.
Tony ain't nothing but a bitch, dude. TK's a fucking clown. I stand by that tweet.
Honestly, like, if he wasn't as Twitter crazy as he is, opinions might be different, but his Twitter just shows his true colors, basically. Like,
TK's a clown. Hands down. Alright, I got 2 more things in news and rumors, and we're finally almost done. This has been like a half an hour of news and rumors. See, this is why I cut dark and dark elevation.
Yeah, we don't got, ain't nobody got time for that. Remember that meme?
But, like I told Savannah beforehand, and I think I briefly brought it up, so I'm not going to be covering AEW Dark and Dark Elevation anymore. I'm just going to be covering things that happen that are kind of big during the shows. For example, Jake Atlas was signed to AEW. He had a match on Dark. He was signed, and then he had a match with Adam Cole on Rampage. It was already filmed, and spoiler, he's injured. So I think it's something with his knee. I don't know if there's like an official diagnosis yet, but the kid's first match on AEW TV gets injured. That sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's never fun to see something like that, especially when you just get signed. Like, I remember, like, with Tegan Knox in the Mae Young Classic, it was like her first match. That shit broke my heart. I was like, oh my god.
Still sad about Tegan.
Yeah,
I just got chills thinking about it. Sensitive topics, man. Sensitive topic. And then the final piece of news and rumors, so we can finally go on. Walter, the Ring General from NXT UK, announced that he's going to have one final match on NXT UK. That means this man's is coming to America, might be in the Rumble. I'm just fantasy booking now.
If he is, like, please chop everyone. Like, can he be number 30 and just go chop happy?
Bro,
like, please?
I'm going to lose my mind. But that means we might be getting him with Imperium on NXT, which elevates them as tag team champions.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. So wherever Walter goes, that means a motherfucking star. And I'm very excited. Because his match with Dragunov, Jesus Christ, I'm still cringing. Still cringing.
Yeah.
But that's the news and rumors portion. Yay.
Yay.
We made it through.
I'm like, can I say one thing? No, I'm just...
No, yeah, I mean, if you need to. If there's anything.
It was just something brief. Again, I don't know how true this is, so hence rumors. Mm-hmm. But I saw, like, on a wrestling page that, like, Tony Storm, not Tony Khan, Tony Storm, my favorite Tony of wrestling, had kind of released, I don't know how true this is. She apparently released, like, a statement regarding why she decided, she was the one who decided, she asked for her release from WWE, and apparently it's because, it is a huge sacrifice for her. You know, she missed, birthdays, she missed milestones, Christmas.
I found it.
Like Katie. There you go. Say the quote. Katie will say the quote.
And now again, we don't know if this is true or not. Hence,
but allegedly, Tony said.
Allegedly, Tony said the following. Quote, WWE has been very high demanding. I missed my cousin's wedding, Christmases, my nephew's circumcision, and my father's intervention. I don't know if this is true. I've never actually, read it. I've come to realize my dream of a WWE star is nothing more than sacrificing my time just to put over some bitch. Again, this is a direct quote. Maybe. To put over some bitch that really feels we must bow down to her, not just in the ring, but off camera. Perhaps I should go somewhere else where I can make an impact.
But the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because, again, we don't know if it's true, so this is just a rumor. We don't know if Tony actually said this, but the only reason why I wanted to bring it up is because if it is true, I can the second part I can definitely kind of see, especially after the whole situation that happened with Becky and Charlotte in the title exchange. Apparently, everyone was with Becky on it. Everyone didn't like what Charlotte did. They didn't think it was necessary. They thought it was a bad move on her. So I kind of believe, I just think that it is true. I think maybe Charlotte does have some sort of entitlement, and she probably, maybe if Tony did say this, it's probably right. Maybe she probably does feel like, people need to put over her when, Charlotte, being Charlotte, the queen, people say she's one of the greatest women's wrestlers ever. She should be the one helping other stars get put over, She should be the one helping out the younger talent, the talent that could use a little bit of help, something like that.
I mean, we all know how I feel about Charlotte, so I'm just gonna keep.
Yeah, me too.
But I also just thought of the title for the show. That's what I was writing down. Sorry,
nice.
The title for the episode, which I will tell you after.
Yes.
Okay.
I won't talk about Wrestle Kingdom news only because it's gonna be long and I have my show coming up, so you can listen to it then. So, yay!
You can talk about that at the end too.
Yay!
Yay! It's January now.
January.
January. Okay, today in women's wrestling history, today as we record this, it is January 6th. Impact Homecoming 2019. Dark Alley and Su Yung defeat Jordynne Grace and Kiera Hogan. And Taya Valkyrie defeats Tessa to crown a new Knockouts Women's Champion. And the special guest referee was Gail Kim. Now, Dark Alley is Alley, a.k.a. The Bunny.
The Bunny. Who just had a freaking hell of a match on Rampage.
That match was a lot happening. There's a lot happening on that match.
Yeah.
Su Yung announced on Impact TV and on Twitter that she is pregnant. So congratulations to her and her undead. So she's like the undead person's, like, I don't want to say, like,
the undead child.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
It's not as easy as baby wrestling.
Yeah. Which next month they have their baby. Jordynne Grace is going to be in the first ever Knockouts Ultimate X match at Hard to Kill, which is this weekend, I believe. The other people in that match, Tasha Steelz, Lady Frost, who is incredible. I watched her on Empower, the NWA All Women's pay-per-view. She's fantastic. Rachel Ellering, Rosemary, and Chelsea Green. And then Kiera Hogan is obviously signed with AEW.
Yeah.
And then Taya Valkyrie just got released. And then Tessa's Tessa, and nobody cares about her.
I was going to say, speaking of Chelsea, I guess in other news, her and Matt Cardona finally got married over the weekend.
They got married on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so congrats to them.
Congrats to them. There's a lot of people at that wedding.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. Cody Rhodes was there. I'm like, why?
Apparently he's besties or something with that.
I
could see why. First of all, I didn't see Ziggler there, if I'm being honest.
He was there.
I don't remember. Okay, I was like, I don't remember seeing him. But
yeah,
it's like, because it's him, it's Cardona, Ziggler, Morrison, and Miz. They're like the Fantastic Four. They're like besties.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, I wasn't surprised to see them.
No, I wasn't either. Okay, yeah, so I already brought up the Dark and Elevation news that Jake Atlas debuted and signed. Alright, baby. Wrestlers of the Week. Bringing it back. Now, since you were MIA last week...
Oh, wait, are we not doing Being the Elite anymore, or...?
Oh, I literally forgot about Being the Elite.
Okay, again, I didn't know if that was,
that's
like...
my bad. Yes, go ahead and do Being the Elite. I was
just gonna say... No, it's okay, I just didn't know if it got scrapped, which is, like, it is not a big deal. It's not that deep, but I was just like, are we still doing it, or I don't know. But, okay, so Being the Elite, and I guess the only reason why I brought it up is because, well, first of all, this has nothing to do with Being the Elite, but Matt Jackson, god damn it, Matt Jackson has COVID. He tweeted out, it's in their tweet. Yeah, Brandon and Matt. I guess the only reason why Nick doesn't have it is because he's had COVID already, so you're less likely to get it again as opposed to people who haven't had it. And I guess proof of that is me with my sisters. We went to Florida, and my younger sister and I, who've already had COVID, tested negative. And it's Florida, so
true.
And my older sister, who has never had it, tested positive. So, I guess there's some proof there that, like, yeah, if you had already had it, there's a chance you won't get it. So Matt and Brandon have COVID. Nick doesn't, because we're survivors. Me and Nick, we're COVID buddies. So Matt has COVID. So I guess that's probably why. He was on Being the Elite, but, like, he might not be on Being the Elite this coming week or next week. So just wishing a speedy recovery to Matt, because you know me, I'm Team Matt. I love Matt, and so this just this just hurt. I was like, shit. Glad he's vaxxed. So I'm hoping it all just goes well for him and his family, because hopefully they didn't get exposed also. Yeah. But Being the Elite, actual Being the Elite. The biggest thing is Adam Cole. He seems to, I don't know, man. Something's happening with Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. He used to absolutely hate that they were around him and they were in his bed, and so he's in his hotel room and he's expecting them to be laying in the bed and he's ready to get all pissed off at them. And he walks up to the bed and is already yelling, and then he sees that they're not there. He's like, "Oh, they're not here. That's good though. That's good." But he doesn't really mean it just based on his tone. So I'm like, something like, again, if it was just a bit on being the elite, I feel like they would have dropped it by now. But I feel like there's something else coming on that might show up on Dynamite eventually. I want to start saying, mark my words, like it's gonna happen. Like, especially, well, I guess the elite and Hangman aren't really intersecting anymore. It's not really their feud anymore, but you never know. Something could happen. Yeah. So that's the big thing.
Okay.
The elite.
All right. Now, Megan's return. Wrestlers of the week. So you can go first, because I also didn't even do one last week. I just did like what I want to plan for this year and everything. Yeah. So you want to start with men's, women's, or tag team?
Let's start with tag team, only because I have to pull it up on my phone really quick.
Okay.
So I actually have 2 picks for my tag team, and they are both women. So for the first time, I don't know if it was the first time ever. I don't think so, but I think it was like in the first time in like either ever or like in a very long time that women from Stardom were on the main card of Wrestle Kingdom. They're usually on the pre-show. So, but they actually had a match on on the main card, and not on night 1. They had actually on night 2. Usually night 2's like, I don't know, something about night 2 is usually like the bigger matches, some of them at least. So the fact that they got night 2, the second night, and they were on the main card was awesome. I thought the match was pretty good too. I need to watch more Stardom now because these women are hella talented. They're amazing, and the short, little preview I got in their match was just enough to like show me that like Stardom is just like one of the places to be for women's wrestling. So the 2 tag teams that competed were Tam Nakano and Saya Kamitani. Sorry if I butcher these names. I can sometimes barely pronounce New Japan names. And they went up against Mayu Iwatani and the Starlight Kid. And the winners of the match were Nakano and Kamitani. And again, it was a pretty good match. I thought it was pretty good. And again, I was miserable at the airport. So the fact that it was pretty like that, I found it really entertaining, says a lot. Yeah. So they were absolutely phenomenal. And I know I've seen briefly of Starlight Kid, and I already knew she was a really good wrestler, but I just got to see firsthand that she was. So those 2 tag teams are my picks, because again, massive congrats to the women for making the main card on Wrestle Kingdom. It is well deserved, and I hope this means that maybe next Wrestle Kingdom we can get maybe more than one match, maybe a title match, like a Stardom title match, on the main card. So we'll just wait and see.
Oh yeah, we love women doing women things. We love
making history.
Making history, hell yeah.
That's right.
I also have 2 tag teams. Crazy. Usos, retained at day 1-ish in a fantastic match against the New Day, because they put on nothing but bangers.
Those 2 tag teams, man.
Like that's magic. And also the fucking Lucha Bros, bro. Again, the injury, but that match, I love the Lucha Bros. They're fantastic. Obviously, Fenix even put in his tweet, saying that like his arm wasn't broken, that once they're good, like Lucha Bros are coming back full health, like stronger than ever. And I was like, ooh, I can't wait. They're gonna put on more bangers. It's gonna be fantastic. So yeah, Usos and Lucha Bros, which imagine that matchup.
That would be fucking awesome.
I would like to see it.
Wish that could happen, but
Daniel said the wrestler of the week is Rey Fenix's arm. How dare you? Alright, Savannah, mans or women's?
I'll go women's this time. I have actually 2 for everything, so I have 2 women's.
Okay.
Also. So first one, for obvious reasons, is Jade Cargill, because the match was a little like rough around the edges, but she is the first ever TBS champion, as we all predicted. And not that like, oh, it was obvious, but like, I'm just glad that we were right, because I think she deserves it. I know she has more growth to do, but I know it's gonna come. So I think to anyone who's given her shit and tells her like, oh, she can't do this, like, give her some time. That's all I gotta say. Give her some time. I know she has the potential to be a freaking star, and I think this title is gonna help her get to that. So she's my first pick. Second pick, from Rampage, I decided, because again, I already had my tag teams from these women at Stardom.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to single out a single woman from that. Was it like a street fight?
Tag team street fight, yeah.
Yeah, it's because I'm like, they always have different names. It's like a street fight or like this match. It's the same thing, but they name it something different. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, the street fight, which I had to go back and watch because again, I was busy the whole week. So I went back and watched it. It was awesome. And I even actually painted my nails inspired by her. My second pick is Anna Jay. I think she did absolutely fucking amazing in the match. And just the ending where she had the barbed wire around her and she put Allie in like
the Queen Slayer.
The Queen Slayer. God damn, that was awesome. I'm like, shit, like Anna Jay is a star, and I know she is gonna. I think 2022 is gonna be a good year for her. Like, that match was already like just the beginning, just a little peek of what's gonna happen in 2022. So yeah, Anna Jay is my second pick. So much so that I painted my nails inspired by her with her colors.
There we go. We
Purple,
love to see
black,
it.
and silver.
We love to see it. I also have two picks for the women. Yeah. One, Big Swole for obvious reasons because she's a bad bitch.
We fucking love you, Big Swole.
And I knew you were gonna say Jade, so I was just like,
yeah,
that's okay. I like when we have different ones, but like we understand.
Yeah, no, I agree too. I like.
So Big Swole obviously because stood up for herself, said her piece, said her truth. Much respect. And also because she pulled out some pretty damn good moves and a pretty good match. Liv Morgan.
Yeah, day one. That was a good match.
That was definitely Liv's best match.
People are saying she's gonna win the Rumble, and I'm honestly here for it. I think
there's so many people who could win the Rumble though. When it gets like our episode before the Rumble, that's gonna be like our question is like who's gonna win the Rumble and a bunch of shit. Like I'm already.
That's a good one.
I'm already planning it.
The thing is that I know there's so many people who can win the Rumble, but the only reason why I think it should be Liv, because then she's guaranteed to have another title match in which she can finally win. I think it's, people are like, well, she can win Money in the Bank. I think that's too far. I think that it's gonna I think it's just too far from the way she's already been in this feud with Becky. I think it's just gonna expand way too far, especially the way WWE likes to have the same match over and over, like on Raw and stuff. So I don't think it's gonna be good if they wait till Money in the Bank. I think Liv needs to win the Royal Rumble.
Unless she wins the triple threat on Raw and faces Becky at Rumble.
That's true, but
we don't
regardless, well, we'll see.
But no, I think Liv has definitely improved a lot the past year. She's literally been killing it. And that match was very well done. That one spot, I even tweeted, I was like, that's amazing. And you know what? Good for her for stepping up. Like, her friends get released. She's not in a tag team anymore. She never won gold. She's gone through character changes. Speaking of, Alexa Bliss comes back next week. And I'm very excited.
Right?
That's another contender for it. But I just want to give proper respect to Liv Morgan because she did a damn good job, and I think she should have took the belt off Becky. That's neither here nor there, though.
Yeah.
All right, Savannah, your man's.
Again, like the other two picks, I have two picks. First one, obviously, the match I had been dreading for, I think a month already. Like, maybe even a little bit longer. I think I heard the rumor that Hangman was going to lose, a couple weeks after he won the title. So it was since then. It was since November. I had been dreading this match. And now I can breathe. I can calm down. And I can say thank you. Because let me just tell you, here's the thing, though. I know I'm not saying that you weren't going to be right, Katie, but let me just tell you, if you've had the amount of bad luck I was having these last 48 hours, anything is possible. And I was convinced at this point he was gonna lose. I was like, with my luck, I've had so much shit luck these last couple days, it's gonna happen. But no, it didn't. It was a fucking awesome match. I love that match so much, especially because he wins. So it was absolutely amazing, and I'm just so happy and relieved that he won. I almost cried tears of joy when I saw, like, yes, he did win, because I was just, if you guys had been keeping up with these last episodes, I have been dreading this match for so long. And I'm just so glad that he retained, because he absolutely deserves it. I always, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm always putting long ass stories of why he deserves it and what he's capable of and how I believe that he's full of potential to be one of the best. I will never not, give Hangman his flowers. He fucking deserves them, and he has deserved them for a very long time now. Hence the reason why I'm wearing a Hangman shirt. So Hangman, Adam Page, my cowboy. I know people are like, I've gotten shit like, oh my god, he's not yours. I'm like, it's, first of all, it's a joke. I know he's not mine, but fuck. I don't think anyone, call me arrogant. I don't know. Give me shit. I really don't fucking care, but I don't think anyone really shows as much love for Hangman as I have, especially this last year. Just saying. Just saying. Because holy shit, I love this guy.
And your second pick.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to go off a bit because I'm so relieved. And I'm not gonna cry. No. We're happy. It's happy time.
Happiness.
My second pick is another from Wrestle Kingdom, because, and that's actually for a less obvious reason. My second pick is Hiroshi Tanahashi. Yep. He's my guy. He's one of my other guys. He's one of my main six. I freaking love Tanahashi. It's not just because he won the IWGP United States Championship at Wrestle Kingdom. He did win, but the reason why he is my pick is because Tana did something that Tana doesn't do. He stepped out of his comfort zone, and he did a no disqualification match, which for most wrestlers, like, okay, no big deal, but Tana doesn't do no disqualification matches. Tana follows the rules. Tana is a good guy. He's like John Cena, but like, I don't want to say better, because again, you're a big John Cena fan, but like, he's John Cena, but like,
I will fly to a right now to fight you.
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean though. What I mean better, as in like, from fan, like, I guess the way the fans take him. Like, people tell John Cena he sucks, and people have turned on him. I don't think I've ever seen the fans really turn on Tana, and he's like the constant good guy, Mm-hmm. He's what Cody Rhodes is trying to be. Cody Rhodes is trying to be the constant good guy that no one hates. That is what Tana actually is. And he doesn't do no DQ matches, and he went and he fucking killed it in that match. And oh my god, he did his signature, the high fly flow, from off a freaking tall ass ladder onto Kenta through a table. And before that, I'll give flowers to Kenta, because you know what? Kenta's also a phenomenal wrestler. But before that, there was a table set up with the ladder, and Kenta was on top of the ladder, and Tana pushed him off. And Kenta went face first right into the trash can that was in the ring, and he split, like, I thought it was his eye, but it was actually his nose, but it split open and he started bleeding everywhere. Like, after Tana did his move through the table to win the title, there was just blood all over the freaking table. That was from Kenta's nose. So that match was phenomenal, and Tana won. He stepped out of his comfort zone. He did it. And also in night one, he kind of snapped, because he was in a tag match, but he used a kendo stick. That's not allowed, and the ref tried to stop him, but he fucking told the ref to fuck off, and he freaking hit Kenta with a kendo stick.
Was it Red Shoes?
So no, it wasn't Red Shoes. It was like the second.
The only ref I know.
It was like the second match. So Red Shoes usually does like main events or like big title matches.
You're right.
So yeah, so Tana completely stepped out of his comfort zone. I'm so proud of him, because people like to say that, oh, he's old, he's washed. Fuck that shit. He can come to play if he has to. So Tanahashi's my second pick.
Do you mean Tamagotchi?
Yeah, Tamagotchi, my mistake.
Matt's back.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, my mistake. I mispronounced it the whole time.
Yes, how dare you, Savannah? And you call yourself a fan. Disrespect.
My apologies. I'm so sorry.
So I gotta go with my man's Carmelo Hayes, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, when I saw,
Dude.
I went back and watched, I kind of had to catch up on wrestling,
Yeah.
and I did, and I was like, okay, I was like, all right, I know who Katie's pick is gonna be.
You know damn well, because A, that match, banger.
Yes,
Roddy and Mello don't miss. Carmelo himself, he don't miss. Baby, now he's a double champion. Rest in peace to the Cruiserweight Championship. But, like, bro, that match was so good. And I'm so excited to see what they're going to do with him now. Because that's money. Like, Mello is money. Not Mella. Mello is money. And I'm just... Carmelo Hayes is just so pretty, too. And, like, he's so nice to look at. And him with the glasses and the blazer. Sheesh. And I actually... a quick story before we move on. So Carmelo Hayes, like, tweeted a picture or something, and I retweeted it, and I was like, oh, damn. Like, thirsting, because that's what I do. And not even a minute later, Young Kings, TC, calls me out and says, we literally just talked about this 3 hours ago, how women are thirsting over Carmelo. And lo and behold, their latest episode, that's exactly what they talk about, and I proved their point exactly, so you're welcome, guys.
There you go.
Good night, Daniel.
Good night, Daniel.
So I proved their point, and you know what? I don't even care. I have a lot of new thirst this year, like Santana. Let's talk about it for a second. That's a man right there. And Rhea Ripley's, like, top tier.
Sheesh.
God damn it. Alright. I have a question of the week. I thought of it. That's a nice shirt. Thank you. I think I gave you credit for it already, Matt. But
Yeah.
I thought
Matt wasn't here.
He was watching Ghostbusters, but that's okay. He's here now. That's all that matters. So I don't know if we've actually done this one before, but if we did, I'm switching it up. So we're gonna do favorite themes in wrestling, like wrestling themes, you know.
I don't think we've done themes. I think we've done just entrances. Like, who has the best entrance? Like, you know, like how, like, I think entrance as in, like, you know,
the entire
like,
thing.
Yeah, like them actually going from, you know, backstage to the ring, you know, like there's like Ultimate Warrior who shakes the ropes, like entrances like that, not like actual theme songs.
So themes, we're gonna do give me some current ones and then all time.
That's gonna be.
I was gonna say I got my answers written down.
Wish you would have warned me. I would have had the day to think about it.
Nope.
Okay.
On the fly. You know I do that. That's my thing.
Okay, well, obviously there's one that I can off the bat. I can. Well, maybe honestly I could say of all time, but I'll just say current. Well, it's not even a current one, so maybe it will have to be of all time.
I was gonna say I have a few for each. So. Okay,
well, I was gonna say all time at least right off the bat. Devil Sky, Kenny Omega's theme. That's my favorite theme song. I fucking love it.
I know.
It's awesome. It's amazing. I love that song. I love it.
I like. You'll notice like a theme. You'll notice a theme in what I say.
I'm gonna say, it sounds honestly. It really matched Kenny's character, his heel character, especially when he was in Japan. It was like an anime boss battle. Like if you're playing a video game, you have to fight the final boss. Like that's exactly what it freaking like seems like, especially with like Kenny. It just matched him perfectly. Yeah. And it's just a good song. Like I work out to that song and it's really good to work out to. Another one currently, obviously, as Miss Y2 Garcia, I gotta go with Judas. You know, you have the crowd singing it, even though they're completely off. They don't know the words.
Can we talk about that for a second? Y'all, this man has been coming out to this song for 3 years now, and y'all still don't know the words?
Actually, well, it's actually reposed. Actually, Kate, it's actually 4 years now.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
Because he started on January 4th of 2018, because that was his Wrestle Kingdom match with Kenny. That's the first time he ever walked out with Judas as his theme song.
Regardless, how the fuck don't people know the words yet?
Well, that's how you know they're not Fozzy.
week.
That's how you know they're not Fozzy fans. I was already memorized with the lyrics, you know, when the song first came out. You know, I bought that shit. I freaking loved it.
Every week. How do you guys not know the lyrics yet, though?
They're not fans.
God.
Like, I see people, like, say, oh, I'm gonna go to a Fozzy concert. I want to go to a Fozzy. I'm like, you know, they're, like, they only play Judas once. I hope you know that. And I'm like, they only play Judas one time. You know, and then they play all their other songs.
Repeatedly. Over and over. That'd be terrible.
I think that's what they think a Fozzy concert is.
Probably.
Like, there was someone I saw who was like bitching about like how they didn't like their experience because they're like I was like, well, I talked to them and I was like, oh, well, what songs do you know? And they're like, well, I know Judas and I know Sane. I'm like, okay, well, like that's one of the newer ones. And they're like, well, they're playing all these other songs. I'm like, well, yeah, it's like that's like their older music. I know one of the songs they still play.
That's how concerts work, you know.
Yeah, one of their songs that they still play, I think to this day, is Enemy. It's one of like their most like iconic songs. And Lights Go Out. But those are for like 2014, 2013 songs. And people like are like, they don't, like they're like, well, where's Judas? Like they only want like the Judas album and up. And even then, I don't think Nowhere to Run got enough like love and attention, but that's just me. But back to themes.
Back to the topic at hand.
Yeah, Judas, despite, you know, the fans always singing it wrong. It's obviously one of my favorites. I love it. I like to sing along to it.
Yeah.
It's good. Let me try and think of I've always liked AJ's theme in WWE. I know some people give him crap for it. Not him crap, but they give the song crap. But
it's catchy.
I like Bobby Roode's theme. I mean, I like always
the Glorious?
sing it when he was in it. Yeah, Glorious.
Okay.
Not the new one.
Yeah, the new one's
that one
disgusting.
that one slaps. That one was like that's what makes me so upset. I'm like, don't give it.
Yeah. The Glorious bombs. Now I'm sad.
Yeah.
Do you want me to name some of mine so you have like time to think?
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say I like the Bucks theme, but like it's not like I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. And the only reason why is because like I saw when people were doing their Spotify things, like the top list or whatever.
Yeah. The Spotify
like
work.
a lot of them had like a lot of them had like the Bucks as like one of their top 3. I'm like, I love this song, don't get me wrong, but I don't listen to it like just like that. I'm just like it's just I'm like, I don't know how you do it, but massive props.
So Champa, No One Will Survive.
That's
shit
true.
hits
That's
hard.
Good. That one's a good one.
Bianca's shit slaps. I'm on my own.
Yeah.
So, it's so good. Big E's new one. Y'all want to go big? I say that. And then Usos, bro.
Didn't Usos
down since day one ish. I told you.
Yeah. I did think of a couple. As much as I do not like the wrestler, I fucking love Sasha Banks' theme. I love her theme song.
Now, do you like it with the Snoop Dogg remix? Or the original?
I like both. But I think I like the original one better.
I think I like the original one better too.
Just because, like, first of all, I guess the only reason why, like, you know, I do, like, other than, like, I do think it's good, but I think it's cool that, like, the Snoop Dogg, like, the rap that's in it, he first sang that at the WrestleMania I was at. It was at WrestleMania 32 when he first sang that.
There, that's right.
So I was like, that's pretty cool. So I was like, I like that.
That's a good thing.
And I also, like, the chorus, I like how it's a little different, like, how it sounds different. So I like how different they are. Like, I like them, but I do like the original one better. Another one, and I will pronounce his name right for Matt. I fucking love Tamagotchis.
Tamagotchis theme. We love it.
That fucking slaps, bro. I listen to that one when I work out too. Like, it just, again, you cannot listen to it and not be hyped. Like, I just love it. That's love it.
That's fair.
And the air guitars to it, I love it. And same with Okada's. I like Okada's too. I have it downloaded, so I think that says enough. Like, if I, to like it.
Yeah. I mean, I also love. I've also always loved Cult of Personality. So like.
Cult of Personality is good. Yeah, that's probably one of the good things about seeing CM Punk back like every single damn week. Like, always having something to say.
Adam Cole's theme.
Banger. Yes, Adam Cole's theme fucking slaps.
And like the UE theme hit too. Like, let's not beat around the bush here.
Well, both of them. Like, anything Adam Cole.
I saw a mashup of them. I lost my damn mind.
You need to send me a link.
I'm gonna have to try and find it again, and I'll send it to you.
But I want to say, like, I think anything Adam Cole walks out to is gonna be fucking awesome. This one,
Even
okay, this one's probably
his Ring of Honor theme. I've got something
yeah.
for you. Bro, bangers. Nothing but bangers for the man.
Nothing again. Okay, like this is nothing personal, but I think this is more of a guilty pleasure like favorite, and that is the Being the Elite / the Elite entrance theme.
How dare you?
Like I know it's kind of like I don't know what to say. Like, cause like I like it. Like I have the CD. You know, it's in my car, and like I just like the.
I'm trying to think if there's any more current ones. I have some for all time, but like I'm trying to think if there's any more current ones.
Oh, all time, that's another different story. Like,
I mean that's also part of the question.
Yeah, no, I know, but like we'll get to there like
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think though. I love Hangman's theme, but here's the thing. I think I like the remix just a bit more. Okay. I don't know why. I think I've caught myself listening to the remix more than I've listened to his theme song. That's the thing. I love this theme song in Ring of Honor / New Japan. Good theme also.
Bryan Danielson's remix to Rise of the Valkyries. Shit hits.
Yeah.
You just have to dance. I like ones that like I can dance or like scream to. Rhea Ripley's. Fantastic.
I liked Jericho's old theme also, his WWE theme. I liked it also. Break the Walls Down.
Break the Walls Down. Okay. I was like, I feel like he's had like another one for some reason that.
It's like this with WWE at least. It's like the same thing, but it just it changes a little as time goes on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I still want to try and think of current because I feel like there's so much, you know. Like I liked Carmella's like the FAB.
Yo, it was a bob. It was kind of a bob, honestly.
Yes. Yeah, I like that one too.
As much as like. I guess that'd be like it's not really current anymore. That might be I don't even know if it's an all time, but Enzo and Cass.
They had a good theme.
It kind of hit.
I guess I don't know if we brought them up when we talked about entrances, but I loved their entrance. I loved the my name is Enzo
and Cass stan. I wanted them to win gold so bad.
I got their shirt like a week before they split. I was like, really fucking
it's your fault.
Big chasm. I think it is my fault. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. I'm like bad luck with tag teams. That's why I didn't get a Hangman and Kenny shirt because I was like, they're gonna fucking split when I get it. Because it was with Enzo and Cass it happened. With the Shield when they reunited, that was like when Roman Reigns unfortunately announced when he had cancer. I had gotten the Shield shirt like a little bit before that, and then that's when Dean Ambrose turned heel. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I was like,
so you're bad luck.
I'm bad luck with tag teams, so I was kind of reluctant getting Bucks shirts, but I'm like, I hope that because at least they're brothers, maybe.
You would hope.
Maybe they'll stay. I hope, but I'm like, I have a lot of Bucks shirts, and I was like, they better fucking stay together. They fuckers better stay together. I like Kenny's new theme, but it does not nowhere near close to Devil Sky. And I know, like, a lot of I said on a poll once, I'm like, for those who have actually listened to both, which one's better? And of course, I know some people who don't watch New Japan Kenny were saying Battle Cry was. I'm like, you haven't even fucking listened to Devil Sky. Can't be touched.
Fuck.
I'm trying to look at like my figures.
I don't know if there's any other ones.
Actually, can I look at my phone? Because I have some downloaded.
Sure. I was gonna say, Cena's like kind of current and all time, so he's both.
Yeah, you know what? He wrestled, so yeah.
Honestly, an all-time one, his old. So.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I.
Bro.
This one. Because like again, I guess because does current count as even though they were released, or does that have to go in the all time? Because I wouldn't say some of these are all time, but like current, like but they were like while they were in WWE, like.
Were they wrestling within the past 2 years?
Yeah, one of them yes, and one of them no.
I'll count it as current then. That's fine.
Okay. Well, first one is both of Bray Wyatt's themes. First of all, doing the freaking light at WrestleMania was fucking awesome. I've always loved his theme song, and the remix that they did when he was the Fiend, that was fucking awesome. Yeah. It became like a top. It hit the charts in iTunes, bro. It was a top seller for a while.
Wild.
So,
Absolutely
And then
bonkers.
the other one, this was not guilty pleasure, but I really enjoyed. Emma's not her new theme, her old theme when she came out with the bubbles and she would do like the little dance. I liked it.
I should just shut you off.
No, I liked it.
Oh, Alistair's in NXT, his first one.
Oh yeah, Rebel Heart's also a good one.
Oh, I love Rebel Heart. That's on my Spotify.
Yeah.
Classic. All right, let's go to all time because we were on current for a while.
Okay, I was gonna say Britt Baker because I just like the doctor will see you now.
That's like the only, like I don't like the whole thing overall. I just like that part.
That's true because I don't even have it downloaded. Sorry, Britt. Which, by the way, she's on the wall now, right here.
I don't have anyone's hanging out because I don't have room, but she's over there.
Yeah.
Okay, all time. I have 3 off the top of my head. Actually,
Okay.
I wrote them down.
Let's still go.
Edge.
That's a good one. That it wasn't the first one I thought of, but yeah, it's fucking good.
Victoria's. You know, I ain't the lady to mess with.
Yeah.
Shit, I was screaming that song as a child. I was like, that's a bad one right there.
Yeah.
And then, Mysterio's. You know, who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y, Mysterio. Here we go. Bro. It was so good. And, like, he literally popped up out of the fucking stage. I miss it.
Yeah.
He's too old to be doing that now, but, like, I miss it.
Yeah, I get you. Good picks.
So,
okay, the first one I thought of right off the top of my head is Mr. HBK himself, Shawn Michaels. His theme is fucking iconic. I love. Yeah, there you go. Birthday twin. Like, gotta love it. Like,
it do hit.
I'm not even joking. Like, I lost my fucking mind. Like, I have video proof of me losing my damn mind when he came out at WrestleMania.
I bet you did.
It was awesome. I was fucking elated. So, but every, because with Shawn Michaels, I also got to include, because it is true, Bret Hart's theme, not when he returned in like 2011 or whenever the hell WrestleMania 26 was, when he came back, they basically sped up and they kind of basically took his theme and sped it up a bit and they changed it a little bit when he came back. I like his old theme, the slower paced one. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's badass. When doing like the treadmill at the gym and like I'm cool when it's the cool down and it starts slowing down and stuff and you start walking slow, I can listen to that. It feels like you're walking out like Bret Hart. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I feel awesome. So I like Bret Hart's his original theme in WWE.
I'm gonna say all iterations of Triple H's theme.
Triple H has had some fucking bangers as themes.
The King of Kings. It's all about like, bro.
Bow down to us. Bow down to.
He's had so many good ones, and then like the old one from like the early 2000s. It was like the same kind of voice of like DX. I wish I could play it without getting DMCA'd.
Yeah.
But Matt says it's too cool. Oh yeah. Bro, I just wanna. This is why I did this question.
I love. This is also because like it's honestly nostalgic, and I'll explain why for a while. Kurt Angle's theme. So it's because this one's but like there's a reason why, like, more specifically for me at least, 'cause it's like a little like not like personal, like, oh, it cuts deep, but like so my younger sister, I don't know if like when we're live or something or like whatever, if you've heard me call her by her nickname, her nickname is Pooch. We call her Pooch because apparently like that's my dad started that one because she looked like a puppy when she was little. She was like a baby, so we called her. So she's honestly so numb to it that like she sometimes doesn't answer to her actual name, which is like Natalie. Or she, when we call her Natalie, she thinks we're mad at her because we don't call her Pooch. So
Pooch. It's like Braun Breaker. Yeah, that's his name. He's a little pup. Now he's a big dog.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so we call her Pooch. And when we were very little and my dad would drive us to school and stuff, he would play like wrestlers themes. This is before I even started watching. So I didn't realize that like Sexy Boy was like a wrestler's theme. Same with like Kurt Angle's or Edge's theme or Triple H's, so many. Mm-hmm. And so like, you know how like there's a dun dun
Oh,
dun dun. Well,
I
he would
know.
say Poochie, Poochie,
Stop.
and she loved it. So yeah, that's one of the reasons like Kurt Angle seems like very nostalgic for me for like that
Yo,
reason.
shout out to Kurt
So
Angle, Pittsburgh boy. What's up? I saw him
yeah,
at the mall a few years ago where I was working.
I don't.
I died.
Suck. I know you. I think you sent us a
I
picture.
think I did. I was like, guys, look
You're
who's
like,
here. I didn't say hi to him
go.
because I was nervous, and he was with his family, and I felt bad. But I saw
Yeah.
him.
Okay. This isn't a theme song technically, but like this one okay is definitely a guilty pleasure as someone who fucking loves Shawn Michaels. But "Sexy Kurt" fucking slaps, bro.
I
Like
hate
it
you.
does.
I hate it. I hate you so much. I
I
say sexy Kurt.
it was funny. Okay, it's funny.
Tell me
Especially.
why next week we're doing pay-per-view themes.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
Well, now
I'm
you
gonna
have a
have
week
to.
to prepare. You're welcome.
Well, actually, I already have one at the top of my head, but
We're not
I
doing
won't
it now,
say
though.
that. No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'll remember
Save
it for.
Keep it in a pocket. Save it for next week.
Put a pin on it. Another all-time one.
Like Stone Cold's is great.
I was gonna say Stone Cold's is iconic.
The
Like that,
Rock.
just that glass shattering. If you could smell. The Rock.
Undertaker's had some bangers. Dead Man Walk. Oh, classic.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. Okay, this is more of a personal bias, but you know, as my birthday twin, I love Roddy Piper's theme. I think it's pretty cool, especially for bagpipes. And like, I guess, my dad, the high school my dad went to, they're like home of the Highlanders, and like they have a pipe band, and they wear the kilts and they do the bagpipes and stuff. And he said that one time, like at a live event or something, that Roddy Piper, they were going to Albuquerque, which is in New Mexico, but you know,
Yeah.
it's close enough. But like he had the pipe band from my dad's high school play him out to like,
Nice.
I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool, and he's my birthday twin, so I'm like, I love it. I like his theme. I think
Shout
it's
out to
cool.
the birthday twins.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Well, other than the fact that he's fucking awesome, because Roddy Piper is a damn legend. Freaking love that guy. But I got his chalkline jacket for my birthday in 2020 actually because I'm like my birthday gotta represent. Like you know, I've always wanted it. He's really cool, and I love the colors. I love the red and the yellow.
Sounded like you said bread, and I got very confused.
Bread. I love bread.
I love the bread. I love the yellow. I was like, what are you doing over there?
Fucking love bread.
It?
Honestly,
I
okay.
love bread.
This isn't well. Okay, I guess. Okay. It could be current, especially going on with what's going on right now. But I honestly really like Muddy's theme. I love Muddy's theme. Like, I think it's catchy. I think it's freaking.
Okay.
I think it's cool. And then I also like AJ Lee's theme.
I was just gonna say AJ Lee.
AJ Lee's theme is a fucking banger.
Oh, it's
like. She like is the reason like I would skip down halls like at school because I would listen to her theme and I would skip.
Yeah. You know, let's be real. The divas had banger themes. Trish,
don't like
Lita's was so fucking cool.
Also like like back to when my dad would play wrestling music and I had no idea that they were wrestlers themes.
Yeah.
Trish Stratus, not her current one, not her past one. It's like her when she was a manager.
Oh,
like when she was a manager, that theme. That one I like. That one I like because again my dad would play it. I wish I could play it, but again
I know
can't.
I hate it.
I know. I wish I could play it.
These people just need to look them up.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Well, it's hard. I don't know what it's called though.
I feel like if you just Google it, it'll pop up. YouTube it.
Well, I'll do that in the meantime while you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say let's just name a few more so then we can wrap up the show.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. I think I think it's in my liked videos because I didn't want to lose it again. I was like, I'm not losing this beauty again because again, it's nostalgic. My dad would play it, and I had no idea it was a wrestler's theme. And then she did little did I know she wasn't a wrestler; she was a manager.
Trying to think. I know there's a few more that I like. I just can't.
Oh, there we go. It's called Emergency. Oh. That's
good
if you look it up. There you go. That's theme to 2000 to 2001. So that's
good to know.
I was barely born in 2001.
Oh my god. You said 2001?
There's one I want to say. It is a definite guilty pleasure one, and I don't even know if I should admit it. Like,
well, now you have to. The people want to know.
Vinnie Mac's theme, bro. Like, Vince McMahon.
Oh, you're talking about Vinny.
No,
I'm talking about Shane. Shane's is.
Shane's I would probably say. I think Shane's is cool, but Vince McMahon.
I mean, no chance.
That's what you got.
That's.
I think it's fun. I think it's funny how like it's the same. It's funny because like the same dudes who give him so much shit are the same dudes who fucking bow to him when he's walking down the ramp. I'm like make up your mind, but.
I mean,
I guess if you see Vince McMahon, will you bow to him? I don't know. Probably not.
Bro, I watched Vince McMahon get his head shaved.
Nice.
So
I've never seen Vince McMahon live. You do the water show. I only saw Lita live because she revealed the women's championship, but that was still fucking cool to see Lita.
I feel like that's a good way to end.
Yeah.
Like questions, because we could do this for hours.
I'm gonna say I was gonna say not of all time, but like another current one's Naomi's. I think
100%.
It's like Feel the Glow, like, and she dances. That one's good.
That one slaps, hands down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I think we could stop. Or like Sami Zayn's, like, you know.
The ones that you can sing along to, like Shinsuke's, his original one.
Yeah, Shinsuke's.
Like, that's the ones you can sing along to, basically.
Or like even like Samoa Joe's where they go Joe, 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 Joe. I know. Sorry, I'm sorry.
But you know what? I feel like it's a good place to.
Yeah, because again, we could do this all night. We
could. But Savannah, tell the people where they can find you, what you got planned, and just sprinkle in some resolutions since you didn't get to be on the show last week.
Okay, so where you can find me is on Instagram and Twitter at Y2Garcia with an underscore. If there's no underscore, it's not me. Some people have actually made that mistake, so actually me saying it is actually kind of relevant. So what I have coming up is sometime after this weekend, I am planning on filming my first ever New Japan Takeover show where I talk about all things New Japan. I'm going to start off with like the bigger pay-per-views because like technically they have like not pay-per-views, but they have like, for example, Summer Struggle, but like Summer Struggle this past year was like too many fucking days to count, so I can't do all that because especially with school. Yeah. But I'm gonna try like like Dominion, Dontaku, Wrestle Kingdom, the G1, stuff like that. And then hopefully as like I get more into a groove, and hopefully when I graduate and stuff, I still have more time, even though that's like a couple years away. I can like focus more, like I can bring more in.
Yeah. But
yeah, I'm gonna start with New Japan stuff because if you know me, I fucking live for New Japan. Most of my picks were from New Japan, and especially seeing them on AEW can actually help me out with the show. Mm-hmm. So there's that. That's my big project that I'm working on. And then resolutions. First of all, pass my first semester of university because I am transferring this year. Because it's new year. Last semester was my last semester of community college, so I'm officially transferring from community college to university, which is a little scary. It's a farther drive, which kind of like makes me a little bit upset, only because like my community college was right by my grandma's house. We used to visit her all the time, and now I can't because I can visit my aunt though. She lives kind of close to the university, but yeah. But she works, and sometimes she does like night shift, so she'll probably be asleep. But regardless, just pass all my classes, survive, try not to panic because I know I'm already kind of like stressing myself out a little, and I'm trying to like tell myself like it's okay, you're gonna live. And it is my first semester of all in-person classes since my first semester of college ever. That was my only semester of in-person classes because the second semester COVID happened and we went online for the whole second half of the semester. And since then my classes have been online or hybrid. So this is my first full-time in-person semester since my first semester of college. So I'm a little worried. I'm a little scared, but I think I'll be okay. And then of course just kind of like keep this is more personal, but I'm gonna just try and make this a better year than last year, mentally. and emotionally, I'm not gonna cry. But
Don't.
like,
You're good.
I'm trying not to. Yeah, everything's good. Hangman won. I just gotta tell myself Hangman won. But yeah, just mentally and emotionally, I'm gonna try and focus on myself and try and like find like a better place. You know, I'm gonna like not if I have to, or not have to, but like if I feel like I want to, like call you because I usually call Katie for anything. Like I'm gonna try and make less calls, not because like I don't want to bother you, but just because again I want to like get.
I get you.
Better.
I get you.
I want to get better. Like this is not really resolutions; this is more of a goal. But I really want to make that 2022 AEW pay-per-view. We're still shooting for Double or Nothing, but I still haven't said anything on dates, and I'm pretty sure I'm kind of accepting that it's not going to be Double or Nothing, just based on normally when they would make it happen. So
yeah.
But I'm hoping to at least go to an AEW pay-per-view this year.
Yeah.
And just continue a consistent work like schedule, like going to the gym and stuff, being more consistent with that. Especially with the holidays, I've been kind of slacking. So stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go.
My little resolutions.
Here you go. I said the same thing when I did the episode last week, like mental health. Yeah. I'm trying to focus more on that. So like, I get you 100%.
Yeah, and honestly, like probably work on like my confidence because like it's been kind of like, I had an editing page on Instagram and I kind of took it down, but I deleted almost every edit I made. I'm trying to wait for one big edit that I plan on doing for when Kenny comes back. So a little spoiler there. It's for when Kenny comes back.
I mean, confidence comes with time. So
yeah, and again, just work on like self-doubt. Like I'm gonna try and not doubt myself as much because that's a lot of something that I've been doing. Like I see others succeeding or I see others like doing something that's like or the same thing as me or something similar, and I just think that theirs is better or I'm like mine is not as good or something like that. I'm always like doubting myself, and I'm gonna try and do less of that this year.
I mean, preach to the choir, baby. I do it all the time, so
yeah,
I get it.
Sure.
And if you want to hear all of mine, you can go watch the last episode we did, or I did.
I was a dog.
Not 100% sober, but that's fine. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at KatieRasslin13. I have a link tree in my bio to take you to all things ShElite Showcase. Twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase. Thursdays, 9 p.m. ish Eastern Standard Time.
Ish is the big one.
Holidays are over, so we're gonna try and stick to Thursdays as best we can. If something changes, just stay tuned on my Twitter. YouTube, subscribe. I want a custom URL, damn it. Please.
Pretty please.
I say it every week. I said it as one of my resolutions. I want the custom URL. We have the Inside the Mind of Katie Kinsey coming out on Monday. I was not sober for that one, so that's a treat. You guys have fun watching that. I'm trying to work on the new In the Crowd, and I might be switching the premise up for the show now. Instead of it being like I'm going to try and get new people on, but I'm also going to try and find like topics that people like. So I'm going to try and do like a Law & Order SVU episode. Maybe if things work out, it's just getting people together as the issue. A huge shout out and thank you to Justin at Heel Tactics on Twitter, or Jalen on the beat, Jalen on the tweet. Everything of his is in the description. Not only has he made the intro, outros for ShElite, Inside the Mind of, and In the Crowd, but also the New Japan Takeover, which will be debuting this month, and I'm so excited for people to listen to it because it's a banger.
Yeah.
And like I've been hiding that for so long from people, and now that
and I feel bad, but like I tried. There was a trial when I tried to do it during the G1, and let me just tell you that it was shit. And that's another reason why I want to try and bring
it to happen for Wrestle Kingdom.
And that's another reason why I want to try and bring Daniel. You know, maybe even have him as a co-host if he wants. But like, let me just tell you, because like it's not only is it a lot, it was a lot to talk about, but I just feel like I just didn't do a good job. I mean, so I need to work on that.
Trial and error.
Yeah, but, for sure.
Obviously, you can listen to us on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. There is an Instagram. I try and keep up with it as much as I can. I try and just update. I was on the latest episode of Spit or Swallow. and talking about day one-ish, actually, ironically enough. That's where the whole Pornhub Poppy conversation came in from the beginning. So if you want to learn more about that, head on over to Creation World's YouTube page and watch that, because it's a YouTube exclusive show. I think that's everything I've been on recently. I don't know. This week has been long and a lot happened. But
personally, yes, I
personally, professionally, podcasting, everything. But thank you guys again for listening. This was a long one, and I apologize, but we had a lot to fucking talk about.
New year,
New year, same ShElite, as I made it the title on Twitch. But that's not. That is not our.
That's not.
It's not the title of the episode. I wrote it down while we were recording. But yeah, thank you guys again. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.